Hello and welcome to KUMB Mastermind, the show that pits Hammers fans against Hammers fans and attempts to find out how many bookings Trevor Brooking got, or the relationship between Donna Noble and Mark Noble. She's a West Ham fan, you know, born in East London. Now, in front of me, we have two long-term members of the KUMB Forum. We have Dodger, hello, and we have Crouchend Hammer. Hello to you too. How are you doing, guys?
Very good, thank you.
Hi. Yeah.
Okay, now you've both got your specialist subjects chosen tonight, and before we kick off, I'd like to start with you, Crouchend, and to ask you, when did you become a West Ham fan?
So it's a bit difficult to pin it down, but I reckon around about 1984. I don't come from a family of West Ham fans. I'm not from the area traditionally. Grew up in Chingford, but I think the story has it that my sister, who's 7 years older than me, she watched the FA Cup final in 1980, became a West Ham fan, and then thus, in my wisdom, followed that path as a 5 or 6 year old. So I remember having the kit in about 1984. I remember vividly the 86 season, but yes, exactly when early to mid 80s at some point.
So a glory hunter like the rest of us.
Absolutely. At my primary school, it was West Ham or Spurs. So I made the right decision there.
And I think you did.
That was, grew up where I grew up, there wasn't really many other options anyway.
Yeah, well, ethically, you definitely made the right decision.
Absolutely.
And what about you, Dodger? When did you become a West Ham fan?
Basically 10 years after Crouchy. So, but for me, it's my dad. So my dad was a West Ham fan. He took me to my first game against Ipswich. It might have been 93 actually. And we won that day. So he chose a good one. And so I was a season ticket holder after that until I came to Japan, where I am now.
Yeah, so tell us about that. What made you go back to Japan? Was it work?
It's a long story, but not work, no. But I wanted to move abroad, and Japan was my first choice for a few reasons, but it's a long story.
Well, konbanwa.
Oh, konbanwa.
Yeah, see, I know two Japanese words, konnichiwa and konbanwa.
You chose the right one.
I know, but I do my own. Right, so I will explain the rules to you. You're going to get two 2-minute rounds. Your first round will be your specialist subject, which Crouchend Hammer will be going first. And then the person who is on the lowest score will go first in the second round, which is your general knowledge rounds. It's 2 minutes, and you will hear this sound when your time is up, and I will finish the question if we're halfway through a question. Is that all clear?
Yeah.
Perfectly.
Okay, right. Are you ready?
Ready?
Right, Crouchend Hammer. Crouchend Hammer. You're definitely not Crouchend Ember. Not without your 2 minutes starts now. Marlon Harewood joined West Ham in November 2003 from Nottingham Forest. Was the fee 500,000, 750,000, or 900,000?
500,000.
Correct. Harewood made his West Ham debut against which London club on a November Tuesday night away fixture?
Wimbledon.
Correct. During his 4-year spell at West Ham, the striker managed to score just one hat-trick against which club?
Villa.
Correct. Harewood received a red card on just one occasion during his time at West Ham United. Can you name the opposition?
No, Norwich.
Millwall. Harewood scored the only goal of the game in the 2006 FA Cup semi-final against Middlesbrough, but who provided the assist for the goal with a header?
Ashton.
Correct. Alan Pardew described Marlon's efforts in the opening game of the 2005 and 6 Premier League season as one of his most complete performances. Who were West Ham's opponent on that day?
Fulham.
Blackburn Rovers. Harewood scored both goals in a 2-0 Carling Cup second round win in August 2004 on the night Mark Noble made his first team debut for West Ham. But who were the opponents?
Well, AFC Wimbledon.
Southend United. Which name did the now defunct News of the World claim Harewood used in order to protect his identity?
Marlon Martin.
Correct. Against which club did Harewood score his final first team goal for West Ham in a 3-0?
Wigan.
Correct. Which goalkeeper was taken to hospital as a precautionary measure in September 2006 following a collision with Harewood in a home match against Glen Rovers Newcastle United?
Oh, Newcastle goalkeeper. Slanacek.
Shay Given. Which Welsh defender picked Marlon Harewood to the KUMB Player of the Year away at the end of the 2005-06 season?
Gabidon.
Correct.
Oof.
He needs to show a bit more respect when he comes off the pitch, not only to me, but to the player replacing him, said manager Alan Pardew, when replacing Harewood with Adam Noland. Who was the opposition that day?
Gillingham.
It was, Reading. So at the end of that round, Crouchend, you scored 7 points with no passes. Very well done to you. There were some tough ones in there, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was a few. I'd done a bit of research, so some of the more simple ones I think I knew, but yeah, some of the substitution ones, yeah, my memory isn't quite, for that championship period, is not quite as good as maybe it should be.
Yeah. Well, I noticed you got Marlon Martin very quickly.
Yeah, well, we all remember that, don't we? We all remember the cheers and the chants from the Bobby Moore end with that one.
Yeah. Okay, right. So, Dodger, we're on to your specialist subject, which is the 2005-2006 season. Now, how confident are you feeling?
I don't know. I did a practice with my dad the other day, and it went well. But then it's my dad, so maybe he was too nice with the questions. So I don't know. Depends how difficult the questions are, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'll do my best to be equally nurturing. And okay. So, are you ready?
Okay.
Yep. Your 2 minutes starts now. Who entered the 2005-06 season as West Ham United's leading goal scorer with a total of 16 goals from 46 appearances?
Marlon Harewood.
Correct. Alan Pardew's squad featured 2 Israeli internationals in that season. Can you name both?
Yossi Benayoun and Yaniv Katan.
Correct. Which striker joined West Ham United on loan from Manchester United in August 2005 and went on to make 10 appearances for the Irons before returning to Old Trafford?
Bellion.
Correct.
David Bellion.
Who was West Ham's record signing in the 2005-06 season, costing the club a reported $7 million?
Dean Ashton.
Correct. Lionel Scaloni was famously pilloried for conceding possession in the final minute of the FA Cup final, thus allowing Steven Gerrard to score an equaliser. But who took the throw-in from which Scaloni gave the ball away?
Must be a Liverpool player. So Risa?
It was Dietmar Hamann. Which central defender made the most appearances during the 2005-06 campaign? Danny Gavidon, Anton Ferdinand or Christian Daly?
I'll go Gavidon.
Correct. Hayden Mullins was denied an opportunity to appear in the FA Cup final after being sent off in the 86th minute of West Ham's 2-1 home defeat against Liverpool on 26th of April. But which Liverpool player was sent off with him?
It was Garcia.
Correct. West Ham beat Middlesbrough 1-0 to win their FA Cup semi-final on 23rd of April, courtesy of Marlon Harewood's 78th minute goal. Which famous venue was the match staged?
Villa Park.
Correct. 2 of West Ham United's most famous managers passed away during the 2005-06 season. Can you name them both?
John Lyall and Ron Greenwood.
Correct. From which Spanish club did the Hammers sign Argentinian defender Lionel Scaloni on loan for the remainder of the season?
La Coruña. Deportivo La Coruña.
Correct. Which club knocked West Ham out of the Carling Cup in October 2005?
Bolton.
Correct. Bobby Zamora and Hayden Mullins scored the goals as the Hammers began their FA Cup campaign. I've started, so I'll finish. Bobby Zamora and Hayden Mullins scored the goals as the Hammers began their FA Cup campaign with a third round 2-1 away win in January 2006. Who were the opponents?
Norwich.
Correct. So at the end of that round, Dodger, you scored 11 points. I don't think there were any passes either. Congratulations to you. Crouchend, it looks like you've got a tough act to follow there.
I have, yes. Let's see.
But so far, we've seen that often it's the people who make the late charge that come up with the goods. So fingers crossed for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Your 2 minutes starts now. West Ham entertained Manchester City on the opening day of the 2019-20 campaign. What was the final score?
5-0, Manchester City.
Correct. Which forward who had trained with West Ham's first team at Chapel Heath did Sam Allardyce refrain from signing following a furious outburst from West Ham fans in 2011?
Pass.
West Ham qualified for the UEFA Cup in 1999 for the first time, but which two clubs did they face in the competition?
Osijek Star Bucharest.
Correct. Paolo Di Canio is the only Italian player to have won the Hammer of the Year award, but which fellow countryman was voted as runner-up to Scott Parker in 2010?
Di Michele.
Alessandro Diamanti. How many appearances did Carlton Cole make in total for West Ham during his spells at the club? 273, 293 or 313?
I'll go 293.
Correct. Both Bobby Moore and Jimmy Greaves were suspended by the club in 1971, but for what reason?
Boozing.
I'm going to need a little more from you.
Boozing before a game.
Yeah, I'll accept that, yes. What was the name of the 45-year-old Italian appointed by West Ham United as sporting director in March 2008?
Oh, pass.
Who did Glenn Roeder's West Ham beat in January 2001 to end an 8-month wait for a competitive home win?
Blackburn.
Correct. Which player scored more goals for West Ham United during their respective spells at the club? Paolo Di Canio or Marlon Harewood?
I should know that. Di Canio.
Marlon Harewood. In 1994, Joey Beauchamp signed from West Ham in a 1.2 million move.
Oxford.
But which team did he join 58 days later, having failed to make a single competitive start for the Hammers?
Swindon.
Correct. Which long-serving Hammers manager stepped down in 1961 amid circumstances which have never been fully explained?
Pass.
Okay, at the end of that round, you have scored 6 points, giving you a total of 13. And I believe you passed on 3 occasions. Yeah. So you passed on which forward who had trained with West Ham's first team at Chapel Heath did Sam Allardyce refrain from signing following a furious outburst from Hammers fans in 2011? It was El Hadji Diouf. The Camel, as he was known by some of us for his spitting antics. What's the name of the 45-year-old Italian appointed by West Ham United as sporting director in March 2008? It was Gianluca Nani. And the last one was your final question. Which long-serving Hammers manager stepped down in 1961 amid circumstances which have never been fully explained? It was Ted Fenton.
Of course it was.
Yeah. But they're always easy when you know the answers.
They are easy when you know the answers, yeah.
But that was a solid round there for you. So you've got some to go, Dodger, to get through to the next round. How are you feeling?
Well, not so good about general knowledge because when I did the practice with my dad, I did really well on my specialty subject and really badly on general knowledge. So
right, okay. Well, let's see. Right, are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, your 2 minutes starts now. West Ham beat Chelsea both home and away in the 2019-20 season, winning 3-2 at home and 1-0 at Stamford Bridge. Who scored West Ham's only goal in the away win?
Cresswell.
Correct. Which Welsh international left West Ham to join Wigan Athletic on loan in March 2014?
Pass.
West Ham won the Intertoto Cup under Redknapp, courtesy of a 3-2 aggregate defeat of Metz in August '99. But against which Finnish side team did the Hammers begin their Intertoto campaign a month earlier?
Pass.
2012 playoff final hero Ricardo Vaz-Tave was given a free transfer by West Ham in January 2015, but returned to England following a brief spell in Turkey to join which fellow London club 10 months later?
Not sure. I'll guess Fulham.
Charlton Athletic. As which superhero did Carlton Cole dress as for a tweet he posted on Valentine's Day 2017?
I don't know. Superman?
Correct. Which player was named Hammer of the Year for 3 consecutive seasons between 1976 and 1978?
Brooking?
Correct. The signing of which former England international player led to protests being staged outside the Bowling Ground in January 2003?
Lee Bowyer.
Correct. West Ham set a new Premier League record in the 2003 season when being relegated. How many points did they accrue?
42.
Correct. West Ham played in 2 playoff finals and an FA Cup final at Millennium Stadium in 2004, 5 and 6. Can you name the 3 opponents?
2004 was Palace, Crystal Palace. 2005 was Preston. 2006 was Liverpool.
Correct. West Ham signed fullback Scott Minto in 1999 for a fee of £1 million. But from which Portuguese club did he move?
Braga.
Benfica. With which club did West Ham draw 5-5 in a thrilling December 1966 London derby, having led 5-3 at one stage?
No, Charlton.
Chelsea.
Well
Right.
done, Dodger.
So at the end of that round, Dodger, you scored 6 points, and that gives you a total of 17. Bad luck, Crouchy.
Batman one, definitely there.
Well, it's some tough questions for both of you. Now, you passed on a couple there, Dodger. Which Welsh international left West Ham to join Wigan Athletic on loan in March 2014? It was Jack Collison. And West Ham won the Intertoto Cup under Harry Redknapp, courtesy of a 3-2 aggregate defeat of Met. But against which Finnish team did the Hammers begin their Intertoto campaign? It was FC Jokerit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But nonetheless, 17 points, that puts you through to the next round. Now, we do have highest losers going through as well, so that may put you in with the shouts going through the next round, Crouchy.
Fingers crossed.
And 13's highly creditable, so you can go away with your head held high.
Thank you. Thank you.
But
no, it's good fun. Good fun. Certainly, I'm feeling a little bit sweaty now, I have to say.
yeah, well, it's putting you through your mental paces, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, well, what I'll do then is I will say good morning to you, Crouchy. Good evening to you, Dodger, or konbanwa, again. That's one of my words. And I'll round up by saying thank you very much to both contestants, and thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, go to KUMB.com for all of your West Ham related needs. And I'll conclude as ever by saying, fortunes are always hiding, but keep dreaming dreams, and you never know, those dreams might just reach the sky. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.